The name Jude is the English equivalent of the Hebrew word Judah, or the Greek name Judas. There are 8 men mentioned in the New Testament named Jude, but since this Jude identifies himself in verse 1 as the brother of James, that rules out the other 7, leaving the half-brother of Jesus named Judas, or in English Jude, as the writer of this letter. This letter was written in the latter half of the 1st century, about 68 to 70 AD, most likely after Peter's death, but before the destruction of Jerusalem. From verse 17, it appears that most of the apostles had been martyred by the time that Jude wrote this letter. It was a time when ridicule, ungodliness, and divisions were starting to creep into the church. And so Jude wrote this small letter with the theme of contending for the faith. Only one chapter, that's 25 verses. We see in verses 1 through 16 why to contend, and verses 17 through 25 how to contend. This is an essential book for us today because our own churches are often susceptible to worldly thinking and immorality creeping in, causing divisions. It's a warning against those who cause those divisions, those who are apostates. The key verse in this book is verse 3. Beloved, although I was very eager to write to you about our common salvation, I found it necessary to write, appealing to you to contend for the faith that was once for all delivered for the saints. There's a sense of an alarm in this book. There's not the typical introduction. You can imagine if I drove by your home and saw a crook sneaking in through the window, I could call you and I wouldn't start off by saying, how are you? Greetings. How's your family? How are the wife and kids? By the way, I saw somebody creeping into your house just now. I would rather urgently say, hey, beware. There's somebody breaking your house. Get out of there. We need to be vigilant in the church because certain people can creep in unnoticed, Jude 4. And in John MacArthur's commentary, he writes this: in today's church, such apostasy takes many forms. False teachers write books and edit publications, speak on radio and television, teach in colleges and seminaries, preach from pulpits, and have websites. Satan always sows his tares among the wheat, raising up false brethren whom he disguises as messengers of the church. Because of this, it's important for us to keep Jude in mind and be vigilant, contending for the faith.